Talking Food with Chef Carlo. He's still dancing.
Hi guys, how you doing? Okay, what are we making today?
We are making ramen noodles.
We are making, it's hot in the kitchen today.
It is very hot in the kitchen today.
It's okay, we'll live. Okay, ramen noodles. Let me put all the ingredients together and then I'll tell you what we're doing at the same time.
Isn't that backwards, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
I'm down.
You, sir.
Yes.
Work.
All right.
Bowl for the mixer.
Bowl. Oh, wait.
Eggs.
Eggs. Eggs.
So,
ready to go. Eggs out of the bowl.
I don't want that much calcium, so I want you to break the eggs.
How many you want?
Put it 5. You should have 5 there. Put them all in there, shells in there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're gonna follow a typical. We're making ramen / lo mein noodles. Believe it or not, they're egg-based. They're based out of wheat. Most noodles in the Asian culture are based out of rice. Well, they have lo mein and egg noodles. This is what we're making today. The recipe is exactly the same as making fresh spaghetti, fresh pasta. It is 1 pound of flour. I like to use bread flour because it has a higher gluten content, higher protein content. 5 eggs, pinch of salt, about a tablespoon of oil.
And the recipe is below, where the comments are and stuff.
Yeah, that thing that you do down here.
I had a shell.
No, you don't.
I did, right there, see him? I get it, I get it. You need to first close. See?
Yes, it is there.
Unless you want crunchy noodles, make sure you avoid putting shells in your eggs. Right? Circle, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
5 eggs. I got
What's
this
next?
shit. I got you.
Okay,
Here.
you got me? All right.
Okay. 1/2 pound of flour.
1/2 pound of flour.
Just,
Is it 1/2 pound in here?
yes, sir.
So
Just put it right there.
Pre-measured 1/2 pound.
Pre-measure, because we don't have that much time. Look at you, the style.
It's all
Okay.
about style points, baby.
Okay, so there's salt right there.
Sauce.
Salt, a teaspoon of salt.
A teaspoon.
So
3
in
fingers.
your hands.
3 fingers.
Yeah, you go.
I
It's a
learned
bit-
something on this show. That's right. Teaspoon is 3 fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, to your right, you're gonna have a thing called baked baking soda.
Baked baking.
We're gonna speak
soda.
about that. We're gonna speak about that in a moment.
Okay.
1 heaping tablespoon,
One.
and a little bit more, like
And-
one
and
and
one
a
and a
quarter,
hair?
1 1/4 tablespoon.
Okay.
Put
One
over
and a
there.
quarter. Okay. So why is it baked baking soda?
We're gonna work on that. We have time. We're gonna put 1 tablespoon of oil.
Okay.
In this case, either peanut or canola is fine.
Okay. Peanut or canola.
Get it to mix. Now, you can do this by hand, but I believe you get more of a gluten development when it's done by machine. Of course, I'm gonna have a lot of people that is gonna debate me on this one. You got it? You got it? That's it? You got it?
Yeah, I'm just making
Done?
sure.
Bring it up.
Don't hurt me.
So we always wanna start there on 5.
Oh, started on high.
Yes, but why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're using a dough hook. If you're
Okay.
gonna stand in front of the machine, you wanna start it on 5 so it picks up the dough faster. See?
That's pretty good.
I know. It's gonna start picking up the dough faster. But we do that only if you're gonna sit in front of the machine and looking at it.
I'm
You always-
looking at it.
Only if you're standing in front of the machine looking at it. That's when you say I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it.
There you go.
Hang on. I want to get Isaac to come over here. Isaac, will you bring that camera over here real quick? And that way we can get a good shot inside the mixing bowl here.
Okay, shoot it 5. See, so when you shoot at 5, it's gonna, now, if you see that you start getting flour out of the bowl, it means that it's time to like take
Slow
it
it
down.
down.
Now, if you're doing a million things in the kitchen like we usually are,
Right.
I would set it just on the first speed and walk away. And I will come back 10 minutes later and the dough will be fully developed.
Okay.
So as you're developing, is an old mixer. Okay, now you wanna take it down to 2nd speed.
Okay. Is that 2? Yes, it's on 2.
Look at that. And as it develops, now you want to take it down to 1st speed. Okay.
Interesting. So we
So-
go from high to low to
But-
make sure it picks up everything.
Yeah, but that is because we have the time.
Okay.
We're going to stand right in front of it.
Right.
And we're going to have the dough develop. Actually, you want to just clip it like this
Okay.
as we
Got
talk.
it.
There you go.
Yep,
It's an
got
old mixer. I don't know why I didn't pick up the newer one.
It's fine.
So the dough is being developed right now. So meanwhile, I'm going to
Isaac,
explain
that's
what
good.
we have.
I think we're good.
So we're gonna create a lot of gluten. So what I use there, look at you, functional there, holding my dough.
I'm doing the job of the KitchenAid.
Okay, so the traditional egg pasta recipe is 1 pound of flour, 5 eggs, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of oil. That helps control the gluten. Now,
Okay.
what we have here today is I use baked baking soda. Not only we are using a high gluten content with a high protein, I'm adding baking soda. Baking soda is basically going to mess up, there's no other way to explain it, the gluten change inside of the dough.
So it's gonna mess them up.
It's gonna mess them up. It's gonna make them tighter.
Oh, okay.
And you're gonna see exactly what I talk in a moment. You see how that thing is like really,
It's really tough.
it's
yeah.
really tough.
It's almost like it looks like a cookie
So
or Play-Doh.
a lot of recipes call for baking soda. What I do is I put my baking soda in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 hours. What is that going to happen? It's going to cook my baking soda even farther,
Ooh.
and it's going to make it with a higher pH, and that really is going to take those protein coils and really, really, really make them tight.
So why are we wanting our protein coils
Why-
really tight?
Because once we're gonna cut this pasta,
Right.
it's gonna create that ramen shape, that really twirly
Oh.
thing in this cutter.
Gotcha. Ah, ingenious.
I know I've been around a bit.
Just a couple times.
Just a couple of times. So
So how much time total after we started mixing? This has been about what, 4 or 5 minutes?
it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. I will let it go about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And but today's show we're not gonna have time. Now, also regular pasta recipes will call you for you to work with the dough, and then as soon as all the gluten is developed, you need to let it rest for about half an hour. We are not gonna do that today because I want the gluten as tense and as tight as possible. So when we run it to the pasta machine, it's really gonna create that spinning
Oh.
texture. Also, it's gonna give it a lot of that chewy texture.
Oh, gotcha. The chewy texture of ramen.
Chewy.
Chewy? Oh,
That's all
good treat.
Star Wars. You know Star Wars fan?
Now we're doing Star Wars.
What?
Only you would do Star Wars in the show.
You don't like Star Wars?
No, but you were like, "Arr," and I was like, oh, what was that?
Chewy.
I gotcha. Chewy noodles. Chewbacca noodles?
Chewbacca noodles. So the salt was also going to affect the chemical composition of the gluten, and the baking soda really is going to set it up like right out there to the top.
Gotcha. Well, it's definitely giving the KitchenAid a workout.
Also, I use baked baking soda as a lye for my pretzels when I make
Oh.
pretzels here in school. So
Which creates the brownness.
it creates a brownness. So usually lye is a very harsh chemical. Hold it.
I got
Good
it.
job.
I got it. It smushed my fingers.
It's the oldest one. Want me to hold it for you?
No, I got it.
Want me to hold it? I'll
I've got
hold
it.
it for
I've
you.
got it. Keep talking.
Okay. Pretzels, yes.
Pretzels.
So I use the same mixture, about 50 grams of baking soda per 200 grams of water, and that as I make my pretzels, I dip them in that baked baking soda solution, and it creates this beautiful, nice brownness on the outside without having to use a lye.
Thank you.
Did I hurt you? Okay, pull it out. Hook first.
Hook first.
I probably realized that I've never showed Andrew how to work one of these things.
I've got one at home.
Oh, you do?
I just never use it that much. In fact, I think that my dough hook is not the right size for the bowl I have too, because it's just like mine at home.
Did it come with the thing?
I bought it. It didn't come with a dough hook. It came with the other thing. But I want to see. Sorry, it's gratuitous. Yeah, see, mine doesn't go all the way down.
Well,
I got the wrong size hook.
you got the wrong. Now, I want you to observe how crumbly this thing is.
Yeah, it
Look
looks
how
like-
it springs back.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And hopefully, here, can you bring that thing a little bit closer? I want to show how this dough is going to become it's so elastic right now. It's so full of gluten. Look at, well, it's full of gluten, of course. Okay, check this out.
Oh my gosh.
See how it moves?
That's like a little sponge.
I know. So, in a perfect world, I will let it rest at least 10 minutes.
Does that get rid of some of the sponginess if you let it rest?
Yes.
Okay.
It gets rid of it, but it's going to be a highly, highly, highly Look at that. It's alive.
It is alive.
And it's gonna be so tight. And then also there is protein in the eggs, protein
Right.
in the egg white. So it's like protein on top of protein,
There you go.
top of protein. Okay, now the shaping of this. I'm gonna come over here because I couldn't find a better way to set up my. So in a perfect world with a little bit more time, I would just wrap this bad boy in there.
Okay, and you let it rest.
And I could have done a dough before the show, but this is the fun part. I'm gonna show you I can make this in half an hour. Or less.
Or less.
Okay. So the dough that I'm not working with,
There you go.
I'm gonna
Which
wrap
one you
it.
want?
I'm gonna start with that one. So whatever you're not working with,
Wrap it up. Let it rest. I got it, chef.
thank you, the man. So I'm gonna start. This is one of my favorite pasta makers. It's about $50. You can buy it online brand new. You can even buy it used.
That's not bad. $50.
Yeah, $50. There's places like Williams Sonoma, but right now you can find it anywhere. The only thing I suggest is make sure that it's Italian or American made and it's 100% steel. The steel construction.
So you're telling me don't get the plastic Chinese version?
Because the gears also are gonna be plastic inside.
Gotcha. That's a good point.
Thank you. And that's,
So what setting we have that one on?
we have it in the widest setting right now. I have it at 1. It is the widest
Okay.
opening that we have there.
Whitest means there's plenty of room for the dough to get through.
Yeah, it's not like wide like the other way.
Right.
It's like wide as in thickness.
Yes, wide. In other words, yeah. So I'm watching.
Okay, so basically I start rolling my dough number 1, which is all about the thickness.
So how many pass-throughs? Well, what thickness are we looking for, chef?
I do it until it kind of, it's not gonna be super smooth.
Yeah.
Because it has so much gluten and it's all stressed, it's all coiled up. It's not gonna be smooth as pasta sauce,
Right.
a pasta, which we should do at one of those shows one day.
We should.
We never done one, right?
Pasta show?
Yeah.
We have.
We have?
We have. With Max.
Oh, wow.
We made ravioli.
Memory.
I know, and bow tie pasta.
And bow tie pasta. Okay, so now that was number 1. Now I run it through number 3.
Okay, so we've gone to 1 to 3.
1
On
to
our
3.
settings.
On our settings. And now we're gonna run it through 5. And we don't wanna go too thin because we want our noodles to have a little bit of a chew.
Sure.
So here, feel that thickness right there. That's
That's
gonna
pretty good.
be,
That's about a 1/16 of an inch.
whoa. Look at you.
Too many years on roofs.
No, I'm not looking for a perfect shape. I am not looking noodles that were store-bought, that were machine made. I want to give these noodles the appearance of human made. Okay, that's our length right there. I'm gonna cut them right here. We can say that right there.
So it's a pound and a half of flour, is that what you said? Pound and
1
a half?
pound.
1 pound of flour and 5 eggs.
5 eggs, 1
Salt,
tablespoon of baking soda.
and a little bit of oil.
Of baking soda, tablespoon of oil.
Right.
That helps control the gluten a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out. We have this, guys.
Yep.
Hit me out the other piece. How we doing with time?
We're good.
We're good? Okay.
I'm coming, chef.
So
Hang on.
again, we go back to the not widest, to the, what's
So
the
we're gonna go to setting 1.
setting 1, which is not the widest, but it's the,
Next to widest?
no, this is wide. This is,
Oh, okay.
how
So-
do you, there's more space in there.
Yes, more space.
How do you say that?
There's more space.
Help.
Between the rollers, there's space.
Help the immigrant. What is that?
Help the immigrant.
help the guinea. ESL.
You said it right. There's more space between the rollers.
Okay, so again, on this specific machine, I know it like the back of my hand. I know I go first to 1, and then somebody asked me when I was setting up for the show, it's like, what about the attachments on the KitchenAid? I'm like, sure. Those are 150 bucks
Yeah, they are.
for 3 of them.
Yeah.
This is 50. And I'm exercising at the same time, burning
You're-
calories.
Preparing for the ramen that you're gonna put in your belly.
And God knows I need some exercise. God, the Lord knows I need some exercise. So don't look for a super smooth pasta because you will not get it, because we're really trying to mess the gluten around. Okay, now check this out. Awesome.
Hey, it's
Now,
a square. It's a
I
rectangle.
know. Now let's do a test run here. Okay. So I want to do a test run
Okay.
because believe it or not, the
we're-
humidity in the air will affect.
It's humid in here.
Look at that.
Ah! Look at this.
Okay, so what we do is you take your pasta, you go into the what it's called a spaghetti or the chitarra attachment, and
That's awesome. I love this. Instant noodles.
ta-ta-ta.
Ramen.
Look at that. So what I do is, behind we have a pot of water,
Right?
which is already boiling.
Yes, chef?
And as I'm preparing my my noodles,
Yep. You have me drop them in?
yes, hold on, but we need to have a
Oh.
decent amount. So
Okay.
as I'm working this thing,
Yes, sir.
and the camera is on front, I always forget that. So I want to take this, guys. So before I run it, flour, hopefully you guys can see that, flour them really well. That way when they come out of here, they're pre-floured.
There you go.
And just work them, and they come out. Look at that.
I'm digging that. So,
That's when you say, those are awesome.
I did.
Look at that.
I was in awe. I was like, look at these awesome little noodles. That's so cool.
You know what?
So note to my wife, I
It's-
have bought the spiralizer. I have bought all these little toys that we have on the show. I bought one.
You know what I love
Note
is-
to my wife, we will be buying one of these now.
You can amaze me with stuff you do at the radio station that I go like, that's awesome.
and
And
see,
I-
vice versa. I come
And
out
I
here.
can amaze you with a $50 piece of equipment.
Yeah, but see, you don't go home and start your own podcast or make your own television show. I go home and use what you teach me every Tuesday at 10 o'clock, what you teach me at home.
Okay, so
The burgers, I made the Oklahoma City burgers.
God, those
my
burgers
family
were-
was like, what did you do to these burgers? It's amazing. I was like, I know, right? It's crazy.
I have had friends that have never watched the show. And like, yeah, man, we're watching your show, man. We're giving you this thumbs up. And those like, it's like they finally watched the burger show. It's like, we didn't know you can cook like that. Can you come home? I'm like, nope.
Nope.
So it's fresh noodles. If
Yeah.
you don't cook them right away, you have to toss them in a lot of flour.
Okay.
And then spread them like this.
Gotcha.
If you leave them on a little mountain of noodles,
Yes.
they're fresh and they're gonna start waiting on each other, and they're gonna they're gonna become stuck. They're gonna stick, and that is not good eating. Like you can leave them like this right now. You can just put them there like this. Don't try to dry them up like that, because it will just stick together.
That's right.
But if you leave them like that, its own weight is gonna become sticky.
Gotcha.
Just undo them, toss them with some flour. Keep them all like happy together.
Happy noodles.
But yes, and actually I love doing this, especially,
Well, you're Italian. And you've been doing this for a long time.
well, guess what? People say Italian spaghetti. Who came up with the noodles?
Chinese.
Yes, sir. Marco Polo stole it.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, Italian explorer, he went into China, he brought it back. He brought back rice noodles, actually. And after he brought back the rice noodles, he was like, hey, what do we make it over here? And everybody went like, ma sure, but we don't have the rice flour. We don't have the rice flour, so what do we do it? We do it with the wheat flour. Hey, okay, the wheat flour.
So how long these take? We're running out of time. We got about 10 minutes left, I think.
Oh, buddy, we're done. That's it. Because remember, we're just gonna cook them today. We're gonna show how to do them, how to store them, and how to get them ready.
Now, I have a quick question.
Sweet.
In a previous show, we had like the different types of rice noodles and udon and things
hold
like
on.
that.
If you mess up, go like this and start again.
You can start all over, like
Okay.
Play-Doh.
So, check this out.
So 10 minutes, like dip them and then pull them out.
Oh, that's gonna cook in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, but
All
we
right.
need to put salt in the water.
Salt's over here, chef.
Oh, salt is over here. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna put some salt in the water. I like to salt, it's an Italian thing. I like to salt my noodles, but a lot of recipes don't call for that.
I'm coming behind you. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just drop them there, just like that.
Gotcha.
And you're gonna stir them.
All right.
Because if you don't stir, they will.
They'll stick together
Yes.
because
So-
it's dough. We're
it's
melting
dough.
dough.
So make sure you see how they come already all like to the top. Just give it a small stir. So what we're doing, we're gonna cook them for about 2-3 minutes, and we're not gonna use them today. These are ready to use. So what I'm going to do is for the next show, we're gonna make this wonderful, delicious lo mein, one of my favorite dishes. So since we're gonna make lo mein, I like my noodles nice and plump. You need to decide how long you're gonna cook them for. Are you gonna cook them in a soup or something else? Well, give them a half a cook, and then remember they're gonna cook somewhere else. This I'm gonna make lo mein, so I'm really gonna let them sit there for about 3-4 minutes. How we doing with time?
We're good. We got about 3 or 4 minutes left.
Good. And
Perfect.
remember, the good thing is if you mess up in the shape, just bring it together, start again. It's dough. And the good thing is flour and eggs are not really expensive. I've been asked before, can we make them with water? You don't get the same texture. When you're making with eggs, eggs have proteins, egg yolk have fat, will help regulate the gluten development.
Can you make them with aquafaba?
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Good try. No, eggs. Although I have not done it, but there's mostly a way that you can make it with just plain water for those people that are 100% vegan. I promise I'll do it one day. So how do I know when they're ready? When the
you're about to
water
have a
comes
boil
back.
over?
No, the water will come back to a boil, and that's gonna start boiling really rapidly. And look at that. Are they all
Alright.
nice and springy?
Yeah. they look
Okay,
good.
perfect. So
They look
I
like
want
real
to
noodles.
stop the cooking process. So I have here water and ice.
Gotcha.
So Andrew's gonna scoop them out of there, drop them in the water and ice. If you don't have water and ice, then just
not
put
very
them on a
nice.
bowl, put them on running water, cold, and the most important is to stop the cooking process of your noodles.
So how long can we store these, chef?
I would say no more than a week.
Wow.
And you don't know why you want to keep it more than a week. It's a starch.
Sure.
You can actually store flour or rice, it's a grain, for a long time if conditions are kept well. But rice, once you cook rice, 3-4 days is gonna be not good. So if you really want to stretch it, I didn't want to say a week, that's gonna bite me.
So I could actually make this over the weekend for ramen later on or lo mein later on in the week.
Yes, you can do it like on Friday and have the whole batch just sitting there.
See, that's
and then
awesome.
you can do half of them in lo mein, you can do half of them in like a soup, anything
right.
you want. Like next show, we're gonna take this bad boys
Make a
and
lo
I'm gonna
mein?
show you how to make a very simple pork stir-fried lo mein. And I was gonna use the wok. That's for the next show.
We should use the wok.
Well, who's got a wok at home? At the restaurant, you
I
do.
have a wok at home.
Fine, we'll use the wok. Well, thank you very much. Oh, wait, hold on one
So
second.
yeah, what do we do with these? We drain them.
Yes, we drained them,
Okay.
but we're about to be done with the show.
That's true, but how would we store these for over the week?
So,
Come off with a bowl?
yes. So how you want to store them is, first of all, make sure all your ice is completely melted,
Right?
and then you really want to drain them. And I'm gonna do this quick for the show, but I will put this on top of a colander so all the water can
Just let it sit and then shake
sit.
it.
Now, if you're not gonna use them right away, what I want you to do is just take a little bit of oil
Okay.
and then toss them around.
Gotcha.
I do it like that.
I do too.
Well, that way it becomes non-stick, and now actually the noodle is covered with oil. It won't absorb any more water.
Right.
And that's it. And that's gonna be ready for whatever you want. And as you can see the springiness of the noodle. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly straight.
No,
It looks
I
like,
love.
and it's not
Yeah.
a ramen noodle that comes in the 25 cents bag. That's
Nope.
bad. That is being fried with the
Stuff.
Eh.
Stuff. So there you go, guys. We've made some homemade ramen noodles ready for whatever you wish. You can
And
make
then
them on a
if you want to
weekend.
show him, hold on,
Oh,
hold
you can
on.
make them on a weekend, which I'm going to do over the weekend so that I can have lo mein later on during the week. Sounds like a great plan.
I brought everything but this.
Oh, okay.
And see, that will be your noodle just for presentation. They're cold, but there's nothing wrong with eating cold noodles, and that's how they look.
I
And
love
that's your egg-based noodles. Better than the ones you buy at the store, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so that's it, man.
So next week, lo mein with the noodles.
Then I get to clean, you get to go home now.
Okay,
Thank you very
sounds
much
good.
for watching. Any questions, please drop us a line, do the click thing, and thank you for watching Talking Food, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.